Hey there guys, it is All the Wibs and I'm at work and I probably shouldn't be shooting a video, but who gives a damn? Going in games. Alright, so no one really thought that the most controlling, as Wizards put it, of the clans would have the smallest and most aggressively casted, or not smallest, the cheapest, there's a word, the cheapest and most aggressive creature in the bunch, but Anafenza just costs white, black, green, and she is a 4/4. Whenever you attack with Anafenza, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on the rest of your attacking dudes. Well-tapped creatures, so I guess it's things that could have used abilities such as Outlast, which put +1/+1 counters on things. Synergy, people. All in all, I think she's pretty alright. I mean, 4/4s for 3 are never going to be bad, and ones that have decent abilities when you attack and just have other random things tacked onto it are usually, you know, pretty fun. There haven't been that many graveyard things spoiled yet, but I mean, Delve is the mechanic, so if there's enough stuff, then I guess she'll just be useful. Another big splashy mythic, which I don't think anybody saw coming, was See the Unwritten. This is sort of a blend between Summoning Trap and Tooth and Nail. You get to pay 6 for it, it's 4 generic, 2 green, and you get to reveal the top 8 cards from the top of your library and put a creature into play from them. However, Wizards did print this with the Ferocious mechanic, so if you already have a creature sitting out that has power 4 or greater, then you just get to put 2 creatures in instead, which is bank! It's like the love child of Tooth and Nail and Summoning Trap. And it's really ugly, it's an ugly ass baby. Okay, so along with Ivory Tusk Fortress, we were given the rest of the intro pack rares, minus the Jeskai one, which we'll probably get in a couple days, I imagine. All of these cost 5 mana. They all cost 2 generic and whatever their clan colors happen to be. The first one we have here is Rajah Vizier. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. There are a lot of consonants in this words for no reason. This guy I really like. He's a 4/4 for 5, which is already decent, but his ability is just Value City. The Soul Tie mechanic is Delve, so you're gonna be using this anyway. It's like ridiculous that they even printed this. It's like, oh look, here's a 4/4 and it gets bigger for doing things you were gonna do anyway. That's awesome. Good for that. Now we have Avalanche Tusker here that's a 4/4 for 5 that pretty much has the Provoke mechanic from Scourge. End of the day, big elephants that you get to just smite down things with. It's cool. It's good. Now the most exciting of these, in my opinion, is Ankle Shanker. This little guy's a 3/3 with haste from the Mardu clan, and whenever you attack with him, you get to give all other attacking creatures you control First Strike and Death Touch. It just kills everything. So we have Sabu Mahler, who is a 6-cost, trample, hexproofing, big-ass bull that also has the ability to morph. He's a bull all of a sudden. Bull out of nowhere. Bull your brains out. He's a big old dude. I mean, 6/6 with trample and hexproof, that's never been done before, and that's ridiculous. I mean, this is a limited bomb of limited bombs if you're playing green and blue. I'm really loving Morph for limited with cards like this, because from, what's the other thing? There's the Obzon Guide, that was the lifelinker with Morph, and then there's this guy that's just the hexproof trampler with Morph. It really gives a lot of diversity, because whenever you see things going down, face down on the other side of the field, you should be scared. And I'd be scared of something like this. I like Morph for limited. I like Morph for limited. I like Morph for limited. We also got 2 more of the Ascendancies, which now seem to be a confirmed cycle for the rest of the set. So when Obzon Ascendancy enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on every creature you control. And whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you get to put a 1/1 Spirit into play. That's awesome, that's great, fabulous. So this guy looks really nice next to Athreus. You can let your guys die, you get 1/1 Spirits, and then they have the option to return to your hand or just take it, or lose additional life, not take damage. Mardu Ascendancy, on the other hand, got me a little wet downstairs. Whenever a non-token creature you control attacks, you get to put a 1/1 red goblin token onto the field tapped and attacking. That's Rabble Master status, that's all good and all, but wait, it does not stop there. You also, fighters if you have a Maya status, have an ability to sacrifice to give all creatures you control +0/+3 until end of turn. Most of the sweepers that people are going to be playing are things like Anger of the Gods and Drown in Sorrow, so we just throw our guys +0/+3 and they're out of range of those things. Ghost Fireblaze kind of sweet. This guy can give a creature you control +2/+2 for just equipping it for 3. But if that creature is colorless, the equip cost only costs 1, so you can throw this on artifact things, or more importantly, morph creatures. Wizards keeps printing all these tools for affinity. Why? Stop. It doesn't need anything else. They don't need more turns, they don't need little pseudo cranial extractions. That's not what that card is. Cranial plate. They don't need any more cranial platings, Wizards, stop. There was also the Magic Show spoiler that just hit today, and that was Wingmate Rock. Why this is a mythic, I will never know. Anyway, it is a 3/4 flyer for 5, 3 generic white, and it has the raid mechanic. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if you had attacked in that turn, you get to make another one. The original copy, on the other hand, does have an ability that they tacked on, so whenever it attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking creature you control. Does this feel mythic? I don't think so. It's like Broodmate Dragon, but it's not as big. It's like something else that makes 2 copies. It's like Cloud Goat Ranger a little bit. You get them like dudes whenever stuff happens. I don't know. It's a boring card. I'm not that excited about it. Watch Evan's video. He was real excited about it. He's good at that. One of the spicier and more ridiculous things to come out of the set so far is Flying Crane Technique. Flying Crane Technique. So this saucy instant costs 3 generic, just guys, so white, red, blue, and of course untaps all creatures you control, and they gain flying and double strike until end of turn. Necessary. What did that look like again? Just guy.
The only question is if your leg is getting above the counter.
It's not, I mean, it's almost in there, but you know, just sky is the limit. And of course, hoping that you guys watch this entire video, I saved the best spoiler for last. Utter End is almost the card we've been waiting for. I wish we could hit lands with it, but it's good enough. So we have a 2 generic white-black instant that exiles target non-land permanent. And let me tell you, this has the best flavor text in the set so far on it. This is gonna deal with a lot of things. It gets rid of Sarkin whenever he's indestructible. It gets rid of Ugin's Nexus, so no one's taking extra turns. And this is sure to be a player in Standard for the next 18 months. All right, so I'm looking at my little papers, and I think that's everything. So yeah. So good, so this one's taken care of. So hopefully tomorrow I'll just go home and I'll be able to make a normal video in the comfort of my own home like I usually do. But I hope you guys like this one because I was a little more frantic in it than usual, so it's whatever. We'll see how much of that actually makes it in. But leave your comments below. We'll talk about all the new spoilers, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and continue to check us out throughout the week whenever I just keep going crazy for spoiler videos. Love you peeps, until next time, Wibs out!
Apparently they're endurance. I don't know if that means they're controlling, but like
That's what they said at Comic-Con. They're like, they're the most controlling of the guild. I'm Mark Rosewater right now. They are the most controlling guild.